Michael here for another huge week with reveals from The Mandalorian Season 3, new speed champions and LEGO icons, more DC and LEGO community. Is this the end of the 501st Battle Pack? And what's the deal with the $550 Hulkbuster? And don't forget to listen to the latest episode of my LEGO Masters podcast, TalkBricks Masters. And this week I break down the Treehouse Challenge with former contestants Randall, Caleb, and Brian. And you can listen to it on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and so much more using the links in the description below. And a huge shout out to all of you for blowing up last week's video. And I'll kick off another round of the weekly giveaway. Just subscribe and leave a comment about this week's news. And of course, I'm back with LEGO deals from Amazon and across the web, so if you want to pick anything up to support the channel, there's links in the description below. First up over at Savvy, LEGO Hogwarts Castle is 17% off. Next over at Amazon, LEGO Star Wars Imperial Light Cruiser is 21% off. Plus the buildable Yoda and Boba Fett's helmet are both 29% off. Next, the LEGO Ideas Treehouse and Shang-Chi Battle at the Ancient Village are both 30% off. And in Airship Shadow is 36% off. Next over at Target, you can get a $10 gift card with your $50 purchase on select LEGO sets, and there's a lot of those sets that are already on sale, and I love doubling up on a discount. And at Amazon, you can save $10 when you buy $50 of select items, though their selection's much more limited. And over at LEGO through the end of the month, you can get the free LEGO Creator 3-in-1 Witch with your purchase over $100. So if you want to pick up any of these deals or more and support the channel, there's links in the description below. Next up, thanks to TalkBricks, we've got news of the upcoming sets for The Mandalorian Season 3. First up, we're getting a Pirate Snubfighter with 285 pieces, retailing for $35. And while Snubfighter refers to a lot of different spacecraft, TalkBricks thinks it could be one of the more simpler ships like the Z-95 Headhunter. And with the price being $35, I think we're likely to get a ship similar in size to Obi-Wan Kenobi's Jedi Starfighter, which was $30 that came out this year. And hopefully we'll see a similar number of minifigures. Next up, we'll also be getting the Mandalorian Fang Fighter versus the TIE Interceptor with 957 pieces, retailing for $100. This, of course, reminds me of other classic dueling sets like the TIE Fighter and A-Wing, as well as Vader's TIE Advance versus A-Wing Starfighter from Rebels. At the $100 price point, it's almost as if this is combining the Mandalorian Starfighter and Imperial TIE Fighter sets that we've gotten previously, and I imagine the ships will be similar in scale. It's so exciting to be getting an updated TIE Interceptor, as this last version that we got was back in 2006, unless you count the red version in Major Von Reg's TIE Fighter that we got back in 2019. But regardless, this new one should also go very well with the TIE Bomber set, which is also rumored to be coming out next year. The Mandalorian Fang Fighter also has a very unique design, and I imagine that we'll be getting some sort of interesting Mandalorian minifigure with it, which I'm pretty excited about. And I love that we're getting all of this, as if we didn't have enough to be excited about with the new season. Next up, we finally got the reveal of the Infinity Saga Hulkbuster with 4,049 pieces, retailing for $550 starting on November 4th for VIPs. Standing at 21 inches tall, this is LEGO's largest and most expensive Marvel set and the largest mech they've ever made. The build features around 250 drum-lacquered gold parts, and the arms are completely posable. The set even features 3 light bricks, including 2 in the repulsor hands and 1 at the center for the arc reactor, which uses a recolor of that Fresnel light piece introduced in the motorized lighthouse. The head itself features a large dome piece with a really amazing print on it. The model also opens up entirely to reveal the cockpit section, and you can actually lower in the larger scale Iron Man figure that released earlier this year. And it's really wild when you compare the two in size. But despite all of this and the brick-built details that extend all around the model from the back to the legs, many fans are extremely disappointed. A large part of the criticism seems to center around the proportions of the model, especially the center torso and chest area, which seems to be very elongated. And that seems to stem from the need to create an underlying structure that could accommodate that very large Iron Man figure. Additionally, in trying to give the figure a lot of articulation with the arms and hands, the model features a lot of large gaps to allow for that clearance, which doesn't give the model that fully complete look. And a lot of the reviewers have highlighted these areas that feel a little bit exposed and fragile. The build features a large UCS-style plaque and even an exclusive minifigure in this Tony Stark figure from Age of Ultron in the scene where they create Vision. And the only exclusive part is really that printed torso piece. As there's been a lot of criticism about this model, I thought it was important to try to figure out why people think it's so bad. And for me, it really comes down to price and value. As you know, recently LEGO increased a bunch of their prices due to inflation, and that creates more cost on existing sets, but also the sets that had yet to been revealed. And this increased cost puts further strain on that value to price relationship. And when evaluating a set's value compared to its price, many look at a few factors, including piece count, build experience, displayability, features, and exclusive minifigures. As an example, the Daily Bugle originally retailed for $250 and now retails for $300. But even at the higher price point, with 3,772 pieces, you feel like you're getting a lot, as the model also displays very well and has tons of different features, including removable modular sections with lots of different interior areas if you wanted to play inside. Not to mention it includes 24 minifigures, including many characters that are exclusive and sought after. The recent Razor Crest at $50 more actually contains over 2,000 more pieces than the Hulkbuster. It's also large and features an exceptional build, not to mention interior features and 3 more minifigures. But nothing is universal, as value is subjective, as even a set like the Hogwarts Express, which is actually $50 cheaper Trooper includes 1,000 more pieces, a lot of unique interior play features, plus 19 more minifigures than the Hulkbuster, many of which are exclusive. But for some reason, people didn't seem to like this one. With LEGO's most expensive sets and the ones that have gone up in price, that price to value relationship becomes even more important. And just like many people thought about with the Black Panther bust, this $550 Hulkbuster comes with $550 of expectation, which is why at this price point, consumers seem to care about accuracy over play features, which also comes with more scrutiny over all the little details and gaps. So while I definitely don't think this set is bad overall, I do think that it may not be delivering enough value for many at that price. Next, thanks to BrickClicker, we've got tons of Speed Champions news about 2023 sets. First up, for $25, we're getting the Ferrari 812 Competizione, and I love the swooping curves and the detail on the top. Also for $25, we're getting the Pagani Utopia, which again features some unique shaping, especially with the details at the very back. We're also getting another Mclaren 2-pack with the F1 LM and Solus GT. There's some awesome lines on the F1, but that Solus GT is such a unique car that I can't wait to see how they'll do in LEGO. And getting these cars on top of the Porsche 963 and Fast and the Furious Nissan Skyline is going to make for a great wave. Many LEGO fans were surprised this morning as the 501st Legion Clone Troopers set and the Armored Assault Tank were sold out. The 501st Legion Clone Troopers set was massively supported by fans and a great chance at building an army of 501st Clone Troopers, especially the standard variety, though there will be a 501st Specialist Battle Pack coming out next year. While the Armored Assault Tank wasn't everyone's favorite, it is a great chance to get that 332nd Trooper, which currently remains exclusive to this set. With them being sold out at LEGO, it does seem like it's their farewell tour, and they're actually discounted on Amazon, so if you want to support the channel, there's links in the description below. Next up this week, Amit Publishing revealed a ton of new LEGO books coming, but the one that got a lot of people talking is the Batman and Superman swap book, which featured the minifigure of Mr. Mxyzptlk in the corner, leading many to speculate if we could be getting him in an upcoming set. The design of the book is the exact same one that was featured in the LEGO DC Super Villains video game, which is why sadly I don't think he'll be coming in a set soon. But that being said, we could be getting a new minifigure for Voldemort, as we actually see this figure blacked out in 2 of the book covers. Definitely keep my eyes out for a new Voldemort next year. Looking through the rest of the catalog, it doesn't look like there are any other potential exclusive figures, but these books often are a great way to pick up some of the characters and mini builds at a pretty affordable cost, so there seems to be some fun ones coming out next year. Next up, after the LEGO Ideas Starry Night, BrickClicker says we're going to be getting another art piece in the Great Wave off Kanagawa. The original was a woodblock print by a Japanese artist from 1831, and the images you see here are actually a LEGO Ideas project that is currently under review. This new set is set to retail for $100 and feature 1,810 pieces. Overall, I think this would make a really interesting LEGO art set, especially if they give it a lot of the texture like we saw in the Starry Night set. There's no word when this set will release in 2023, but I'm very curious to see how this one turns out. Next in LEGO Ideas news, the Community Project was the latest at 10,000 supporters on the platform. Based of course by the popular comedy of the same name, this community project features the main study room from Greendale Community College. That said, the designer did a really excellent job of just jam-packing the set with as many Easter eggs and scenes as possible, as there's even scenes on the outside of the build. As a huge fan of the original show, I love all the attention to detail and would love to get this as an official set. But as this idea has actually been rejected once before, we're gonna have to wait and see how it'll do this time around. Next up, there are a few fun events coming to your local LEGO store. First up at 5 p.m. on October 26th and 27th, they're doing a building event for the LEGO Frankenstein's monster model. These building events are always pretty fun, and I think the design for Frankenstein's monster here looks pretty adorable. Next, if you're a fan of the TV show LEGO Masters like me, you can actually meet some of the contestants at your local store. There are 4 teams featured across 6 different meet and greets on the 29th and November 5th, and you can see the full schedule and stores here as well as on LEGO's website. So be sure to check out all those events if you can. So there you have it, another fun week in LEGO news with some big reveals like the Hulkbuster and some epic rumors like everything coming for the Mandalorian. I can't wait to see how those sets turn out, as well as that art set. Not to mention all the cool cars we've got coming from the Speed Champions line next year. And while a lot of the verdicts are in on the Hulkbuster, I definitely want to see it in person for myself. Because at $550, it may not be a day one for me, but I'm still considering it. Be sure to leave this video a thumbs up down below if you're as excited as me, and don't forget to subscribe because I'll be back next week with even more LEGO news. And let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. What did you think about all the stories? And which one are you most excited about? And now we've got this week's giveaway winner. Congratulations! And be sure to email me from the About page on my channel so we can coordinate about the prize. And if you want to enter this week's round, just leave me a comment about this week's news. You must be a subscriber to win. And definitely turn on notifications to find out when my next video is posted, because I'll be announcing the winners at the end of some of the videos. That's all the time we've got for today. Thanks and have a good one. Michael here, clicking to watch last week's video featuring Fortnite, Disney 100 Years, 2023 Modular, Lord of the Rings, the Target Vote, and so much more. And don't forget to subscribe.